So upgrades of homes last year. We were home a lot. In 2020. So over half of us made significant changes in decorating our homes back in 2020. How about you? Did you do anything?
Yeah, we didn't do anything outside. And I know a lot of people were landscaping and adding, pools or decks or whatever. We took one of the rooms. Our son actually wanted to move into the bonus room, our youngest son.
Okay.
And so we took his bedroom, and it's been a process. We are not done, but we pulled the carpet out. We're going to put in like hardwood floors and that kind of thing. So yeah, we're still working on it.
Okay, so I'm into duplex, but I've got a couple of different workstations for a couple of different things that I do. So I had to dedicate part of the living room to workstation and then part of the bedroom as well. So
and
I need one more bedroom, but I don't have it. So.
Add on to the duplex. That would be awesome if you could do. You know what's really cool is so many people are doing that.
Yeah.
Trying to find that space at home to work out of. Yeah, that'd be interesting to find out. I took our daughter, Taylor, got married last year. So when she moved out to get married, we took her room, and it's kind of my workstation that I can broadcast from home if I need to and that kind of thing. So
smart furniture. People are looking at smart furniture. And about, we said about over half did it last year. 70% of people are saying, we're making some changes this year. But it's interesting you said that, about the work and the homeschooling people maybe. That's not the number one reason people made some changes to their home.
What is it?
Okay. They wanted to make it more luxurious and more like a sanctuary, just their place of refuge.
If you're going to be there that much time, and I think a lot of us have found, you know what? I like being at home. I don't want to turn into, so much of a homebody, but at the same time, while I'm there, I want to enjoy. So what'd you do?
Yeah, let us know at 800-447-7234. What home improvements, what changes did you make around the house or you're looking forward to making? You can call or text the His Morning Crew.
His Morning Crew.
We are talking about the fact that a lot of Americans, a lot of us during the pandemic, we said, you know what, we've got time on our hands. We weren't going out to eat. We didn't have a lot of entertainment. So we possibly had a couple of extra dollars. And we thought, let's do something around the house. Let's make it, if we're going to be here a lot, let's make it enjoyable.
A home sanctuary. That's why they're saying most people are doing this to make their homes kind of just a sanctuary, a refuge in the midst of everything going on.
Yeah, we got some new furniture during the pandemic. It was a long time coming, needed it badly. But Lauren, who texted in, she said, now they took on quite a few projects. They redid the bedroom, the bathroom, and the kitchen.
Wow.
But listen to this. They are now building the kids a tree house, and that's good twofold. They can get them out of the house, and of course, it's going to be fun for the kids as well.
Oh my gosh, a tree house. That is so cool. This must be the morning for Lauren's.
I know.
Lauren, what happened with your mom?
She's got like an old colonial house that's kind of shut off. Every room is separated. And she completely took their carport area, their dining room, their butler's pantry, made a huge chef's kitchen with a big island in the middle, did a whole brand new office and a whole brand new dining room and a whole new washroom.
Goodness gracious. So do you want to hang out at Mom's house more than your own house right now?
Yes, I just want to use their kitchen to cook and bake. Like,
that's
she has the whole hot water thing over her stovetop, where you can just, feel the, like, she went all out, a true chef's kitchen. It looks amazing. She did it like an old farmhouse style, and it's amazing. I love walking into her house and seeing that big kitchen now.
I'm thinking that would be a special location for an episode of Liz's Ugly Bakery.
Yes.
She would probably love it. She's got multiple ovens, a huge gas range, stovetop, just
Lauren,
amazing. Well, there's 7 of us kids and 29 great-grandchildren. Wow. So it's going to be amazing come the holidays, and I'm excited for Easter. And
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
There is a teacher, I think this guy is in England, but, and I'm sure there's a lot of teachers that have gone through this, especially if they're teaching like younger kids, like learning virtually, and then you open the floor to question or discussion. And some of the questions that come in. So the first one that started all of this on social media, he said, teaching 6-year-olds via Zoom is so funny. I'll spend 15 minutes explaining a literacy task, and then I ask if there's any questions, and one of the kids goes, do you have a cat?
Oh,
like
my
completely
gosh.
unrelated to what he's doing.
Yeah, and another one came in. Bless the teachers who wrangle kids' questions over Zoom, including, why is it called Kentucky Fried Chicken if they didn't fry it in Kentucky? Actual question from a 6th grader's math class.
I know. So I want to know, like, what is the wildest question that's ever been asked? If you're a teacher and, you've got Zoom class. I know my son was virtual yesterday. They starting a new semester today. But, there's got to be some wild questions, or maybe even something that happens while the kid is on the Zoom class.
Oh, yeah.
Like, say, dad comes through, or the dog jumps up, whatever, gets on the table or something.
Yeah, Charlie comes in the middle of the...
Charlie, jumped on the roof that day.
I know.
While
we were Zooming.
We were Zooming. And all of a sudden, I'm like, and I look out, and Charlie, my golden doodle, had stepped out gracefully onto our roof.
Yeah.
20 feet in the air, or 30. I don't know how high it is. But yeah, so what's happened to you?
If you got a Zoom mishap or something funny that's happened, you can call us 800-447-7234. Call or text your Zoom crazy questions that have happened this year.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Zoom, of course, is how we're communicating in this pandemic age anymore. That's how we communicate. That's how I actually first met the group Kane. That we
from a Zoom meeting.
We did a Zoom meeting with several radio people, and they were there, and so.
Oh, that's cool.
It's always.
Sometimes they don't go well.
They're kind of odd. Sometimes Zoom meetings can be great, and Zoom meetings can be like,
and they're like Google Chat and Meeting Room and all this. So it does, or FaceTime or Skype. Joyce says we were getting a new software program where she works, and one of the classes that they had to attend was 9 hours long.
Oh, Lord help me. 9 hours?
9 hours. And she said the trainer was a little disorganized that day. So by the end of the Zoom meeting, they had to take an exam. She said, I couldn't remember anything. And so I started praying out loud for Jesus to help get me through this mess and pass the test. But the instructor reminded her she was still on speaker and asked her to go into a different Zoom room with one of the other instructors who helped her get through the exam. She passed with a 95.
All right. Jesus helped her.
I know. And then Ray texted in as well. He said, I teach middle school, and while teaching a class from home one day, his wife came into the room to give him something, and she said hello to his class. That happens.
Yeah.
Other people don't know you're in the middle. She responded and noticed that one of the kids' name was Eliza.
Yes.
She broke into the song Schuyler Sisters from Hamilton and just sort of serenaded the class. So how awesome is that? Have you ever had anybody break into song during the middle of one of these meetings?
No, but I know what I'm doing during our next Zoom meeting.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Talking about Zoom mishaps, things you overheard, questions, things that just kind of happen on those Zoom calls.
Because they always seem to happen. A lot happens when the kids are on Zoom or Google Chat or whatever with their teachers. One teacher shared, she said, it doesn't matter. When one student shares something that's going on in their life, the others just have to chime in. She said, one time it was, my grandma's visiting us, and somebody said, my grandma's got 2 dogs. Well, my grandpa doesn't have a foot. We're going to California. Why doesn't your grandpa have a foot? I got new sneakers. Like, it just keeps
That's like a Facebook thread.
Right.
When somebody tries to one-up somebody else.
It's like nothing is cohesive. It's just what?
All right, Chuck, so what happened with Zoom at your house?
Well, my wife was just home with the kids, and I've got 4 kids, so they were all doing their schoolwork, and she was in the shower, and right when she stepped out of the shower, grabbing her towel, my daughter walked in with the Chromebook in her hand facing my wife, and she screamed at her, no, you got to get out. And my daughter said, it's okay, Mommy, I have it muted. They can't hear you.
Oh, my goodness. Now, how old is your daughter?
She's 7.
And that is the cutest thing, that she had no idea that Mommy was on camera.
No, she just thought, I have it muted, so obviously we should be fine. Because Mom's in school and works, and so she always tells her to keep it muted so that she doesn't interrupt her if she's on schoolwork.
Oh, Chuck, thank you so much for letting us know that story. That's great.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
It's about 3 weeks or so away, Valentine's Day.
It is. I like Valentine's Day. I don't think you have to go all over the top, but I like Valentine's Day. Oh, my goodness. Your face tells me you're one of those.
I don't like it.
Created by the card company.
Hey, you're in my head again. What's up with that?
Here, let me get out.
So,
all right,
okay.
go ahead.
But I think something that would be really cool is a big old box, like a heart-shaped box of
Yeah? Chocolate.
cheese.
Cheese?
Cheese. Yeah, I mean, come on. Chocolate, and you have that, but how about some cheese?
Cheese normally does say, I love you.
Cheddar is better.
Okay.
Swiss, I mean.
So where are you getting this?
Well, Wisconsin Cheese offering heart-shaped boxes of cheese for the upcoming holidays. Now, they're absolutely free, but you got to be nominated for one. So maybe you got a cheese lover in your life, and you want to get them a heart-shaped box of cheese. You can do that now till the end of this month, January 31st, for the Love of Cheese website.
And there are people that are cheese people. I am not one of those people.
You're not?
Not really.
You don't like cheese?
I mean, I like a grilled cheese. I like some cheese in some things, but it's not like my husband loves cheese.
Oh,
I mean, just can sit there and, cut a slice of cheese and just do it, but
It's not you, huh?
No.
Okay.
But, if that's your love language.
More power to you.
Exactly.
I love it.
His morning crew.
So for Valentine's Day, I'm thinking, man, a heart box full of cheese.
My husband would love that.
Would be delicious. Yeah, Wisconsin Cheese doing that. You have to nominate somebody for their, their Love of Cheese website.
Yeah, but you get it free.
Yeah, till the end of this month there. Valentine's Day coming up in a few weeks.
That's pretty cool. See, I'm not a cheese fan, and that, started a conversation in of itself, but would you like that for Valentine's Day? Carol said, I think Carol would love it. She said, I love cheese, but let's just say it doesn't love me.
Okay. All right, Amy, how about your hubby and cheese?
Oh, my goodness. He loves cheese so much that he has always said, if I know I'm dying, he said, just take my little up to the gourmet cheese counter and I'll be happy.
Roll him up in the wheelchair to the gourmet cheese counter.
So what is his favorite type of cheese? Like, what's his go-to?
Oh, my goodness. If it has the word cheese in it, he loves it. But he loves this one. He likes any kind of pungent cheeses, but he's a cheese fan.
His morning crew.
When I get in bed at night, I love getting in clean sheets, first of all, right? Mm-hmm. You got your nice fitted sheet, you got your crisp top sheet, and then you pull your comforter over or your duvet or whatever. People are getting rid of the top sheet, and I don't understand it.
Why are they getting rid of the top sheet for?
Well, they're saying it doesn't really play well with others. I mean, that's kind of the quote from the article that I read.
Okay, I saw this quote. Ends up as a damp, dispirited wad toward the lower third of the bed.
What are you doing when you sleep when that happens? Like, I don't get it. Like, I move while I sleep. I turn over a lot. But I never lose the top sheet, so who's kicking in their sleep and losing it?
Well, sometimes I wrestle it away from my wife. She wrestles it back from me.
Well, true,
so
that does happen.
It's kind of the WWE thing.
I know.
Yeah.
So you use a top sheet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm. In the room, because we have 3 video producers, 2, and then an intern. But raise your hands. Who uses the top sheet? Okay. All right. Ian. So we have 1. Me. Ian. So TJ does not use a top sheet.
And that surprises you?
It really doesn't. I mean,
he took his top sheet to make a parachute. That's what he did. Probably. So.
Why don't you use a top sheet?
Why would I use the top sheet?
Because they're just, it's like nice.
It's like you're sleeping in an incomplete bed if you don't use a top.
Thank you.
Incomplete. That's good.
Yeah, so there's this lady in Charleston. She's kind of an etiquette person, and she said, if you don't use the top sheet, it's incomplete. Like
hygiene.
Yes. I mean, she just goes down the whole thing. I don't know. And I'm not putting you down for not using a top sheet. I just like the feel of it. It's almost like an extra layer of comfort.
I don't think he's alone. 40% of customers of one bedding company says they don't need to buy a top sheet. So that's the...
Where do you weigh in? 800-447-7234.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Celebrate with a pizza.
Ooh, let's do that at 6:19. That sounds good.
Hey, just like I've always said, my stomach don't know what time of the day it is.
For real.
Come on. Well, Domino's would be maybe it because they're the number one pizza chain now in America. Okay, and a major player actually internationally, almost 17,000 locations.
I didn't know there were that many.
Yeah, number one pizza chain in America based on the revenue. In fact, they did something not many things were able to do last year. They grew during a pandemic year. And I can kind of see that because people ordering and takeout.
Yeah, we couldn't go to restaurants there for a while. And so pizza delivery companies, gangbusters.
About 6,300 locations here in the U.S. They're hoping that number can grow to about 8,000. That's what they're saying that it could grow. Then nationally or internationally, they got over 8,500 stores. And so they're hoping that will grow up to about 14,000.
Yeah, they were one of those companies that gave out big bonuses, I think, maybe once or twice to their employees and hired a bunch of new people. So at least from the outside, looks like they're doing things the right way. And I love Domino pizza crust.
Do you?
It's good.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe they're your favorite, or maybe you've got another favorite pizza chain. That's the one you go to. Let us know, 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Have you ever seen that movie with Tom Hanks called Terminal?
Oh, is that like when the guy's like stuck in the airport and he can't get home and he's kind of like in no man's land or something like that?
Yeah. He I forget, does he lose his wallet or all these things happen and so he's kind of stuck.
His country's like locked down. I think it goes into a revolution or something in his country. And
he
so
can't get back.
He can't get home.
And then he meets Catherine Zeta-Jones and whatever. So that's kind of a real life thing that has kind of happened. Yeah. Guy at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. He's from California. And I guess he got to the airport and he decided, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And I'm kind of afraid to get back on the airplane.
Okay. Fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear. He ended up living in the airport for 3 months. 3 months.
Okay. He was just going to California?
Yeah. That's where he's from.
Dude could drive a car.
He did not want to leave.
Rent a car?
No. He was charged actually with felony criminal trespass.
Yeah.
Because he was living there. But it took him 3 months to figure it out. Have you ever been to O'Hare?
I think I just passed through that one. I was flying, and it was just, it was a change of plane.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been there one time.
That's a large airport. We were stuck. We had a layover, and I think we were there 6 or 7 hours or whatever. And I see how you could sort of get lost in the crowd at O'Hare. But for 3 months, how did he afford the Cinnabon inside the airport? Because they jack up the prices.
I know.
And it's
I know.
How did he feed himself and pay all of his bills? And I don't know, but what's the wildest thing you've ever seen in the airport?
I hung out with comedian Tim Hawkins.
Yeah.
At the Atlanta airport one time.
You got a response there, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, I did. Yeah.
So, what was that like?
It was great. Well, it was one of those things where I'm like, I go up to him, and we actually were on the same plane. We were flying into the Tri-Cities of Tennessee, and so he had a show actually that night in Bristol.
Okay.
And so it was crazy because our plane got delayed. And the lady from Delta kept saying, flight so-and-so to Tri-Cities, we're going to make sure your plane doesn't stop while it's in the air, so we're working on it right now.
She said that?
And so Tim Hawkins he looked up and goes, did she just say what I think she said? And I said, yeah. Then he's on his laptop. I'm going, it's going into the routine tonight, man.
It is.
And it was, and so during the whole thing, I'm telling him, I just don't like to fly. I don't like to, and so finally we got on the plane, and thankfully the pilot was like, folks, here's what's happened. It's like the starter and your car goes out. We had to replace it. And I'm like, why didn't they just tell us that instead of your plane may stop in midair?
That still is also like, what now?
And so we're making the descent into the airport.
Yeah.
It's only like a 30-minute flight from Atlanta into the Tri-Cities, and the landing gear comes down. It's and I'm like in the row right across from Tim Hawkins. He looks over at me and goes, "See you in heaven."
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah. Hope you are. Maybe this is what would make it better. Klondike Bar.
This time of morning?
My stomach don't know what time it is. Come on now. We done talked pizza earlier.
That's true.
We could top it off with but I'm thinking Klondike bars, what would you do how about a Klondike shake?
they're coming out with them. They've got a couple of new things that are coming out. There's like little ice cream cones that they're coming out with, all kinds of different flavors. They're doing a unicorn dreamin' or something. To me, it looks like it's going to be vanilla. It's just colored, I guess. But yeah, the Klondike shakes. And what's so cool about them, so you get them in the freezer section, right? It's like $6 for a box or whatever. And you can take them straight out of the freezer, pop the top, and drink. A lot of those things that you buy, you have to mix with milk or ice cream or whatever. But these are
flat freezer into your tummy.
That's right, ready to go. That's dangerous to have in my house.
I know. That's one. Because you thought, I just have a Klondike in moderation. 6 of them later.
I know. Well, I got to try the Heath one and then the Reese's one. And
regretting that information there. So,
But yeah, so look for that. I guess it's coming to a grocery store near you.
All right, February. I think February when the date for that.
His morning crew.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Turkey and dressing and cranberry.
Hey!
What?
Snap out of it.
Why?
This is January the 20th.
Well,
we just had turkey and gravy and dressing and no.
Target's got me thinking about Thanksgiving, and this is a good thing, though. This is a good thing. They have already made plans that they are going to be closed on Thanksgiving. And I bet
they've already made that announcement?
Yes, they have already made that announcement. And, they closed its doors on Thanksgiving because of the pandemic this year. And I know a lot of their employees were so thankful that, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to go second shift or first shift or whatever at Target and run the register or whatever it is. They get to spend it with their families. And so Target, I guess, got some feedback from their employees that they wanted to be closed on Thanksgiving. And so they are.
And I think probably they got some feedback from us as well, customers, that
I would think so.
They appreciated them being closed.
Yeah,
so.
It can be fun when you go out and maybe shop on that Thanksgiving, because that got to be a thing for a while. But if you stop and think, because I had to do this, I got excited. The first year or so the stores were open, but then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm actually perpetuating this cycle, because they need to be home. It is my fault. In part my fault. I will take that. I will carry that on my shoulders. But
you got a target on your back. Sorry.
I just can't.